This is gonna go very well.
Hi guys, this is post-editing crappy Mike Henry. Before we start, I just wanted to say that this is a completely different type of video from what I normally make, and the exception this time being that I actually enjoyed making the video. So if you like it too, make sure you drop a like and subscribe and all that stuff. But especially this time around, I'm posting this for a chance at Movie of the Week, which means it would mean the world to me if you could click on the link in the description and upvote this on the Bungie community page so I get a chance at this sweet, sweet emblem. Thank you so much, and without further ado,
We got Cuphead, we got Mario Odyssey, we got the Rabbids game that's actually a Fire Emblem game, we got the Emoji Movie. 2017 was a wonderful year for video games. I mean, we got Breath of the Wild, Hollow Knight, and we have Destiny 2. People actually had high hopes for Destiny 2 before it came out. I mean, why wouldn't they? Destiny 1 just had its best expansion. Yes, that was the best one, you can fight me about it. And that meant the big juicy player base was ready to devour any content they could get. Bungie wanted to capitalize on this and decided to set a world record. One in which they would make the worst game launch ever by partnering with Activision to make Destiny 2. It felt like too much had been changed from the first game to the point where it was a completely different one. This infuriated people because why wouldn't it? I mean, we went from really cool exotics like this and this to Mechaneer's trick sleeves. We went from getting fantastic guides for fantastic raids to Houndish telling you why using blues is better than legendaries and the hardest content in the game. All in all, the game was in a really horrible state. But thankfully, I was 12. I had no idea. I had just started 7th grade, and one day I came home to a Redbox copy of Destiny 2 on my desk. My dad had rented it for the weekend, and he thought, you know, we could try it out. Prior to this, the games I'd spent the most hours in were Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2, and Minecraft. My parents wouldn't let me play any real shooters like COD or Halo or Ratatouille with an RPG. That meant that Destiny 2 was an introduction to the FPS genre as a whole for me. Even though it sucked, I continued to play it for 2 reasons. 1, I wanted to spend more time with my dad. 2, I'd never seen anything better at that point. Fast forward to May of 2018. I launched D2 on the morning of the day the Warmind DLC comes out. I hadn't left for school yet, and I figured, why not try to get into the servers early? Spoiler alert, I didn't. But I was greeted by this! Oh my god! Warmind was Destiny 2's saving grace for me. This DLC added a whole new bunch of stuff, a cool new addition to the story, and finally, a broken-ass gun I could grind for that made the rest of the game complete easy mode, which is kind of exactly what I wanted. Then out of the blue one day, Bungie comes out of nowhere and is like, you know how you hate a lot about this game? In 2 months we're making a DLC. Wait, no. 3 months. Because September's starts in June. In 3 months we're making a DLC that will completely fix everything and will lead us into a new era and completely revive the game. And also we're gonna kill the best character in the entire story right now, but you know, sorry guys. So I patiently waited for 3 months and eventually Forsaken released. And as promised, they completely revived the game and led us into a new era that we're in today. So finally I can answer the question, why do I love Destiny 2? I can think of a few main reasons. First off, and probably the most obvious, there's the gameplay. Let's be frank. Our monkey brains need stimulus to be happy, and so when they are stimulated, they are happy. That means every time I play as a Middle Tree Arc Warlock, and I feel pretty goddamn exhilarated. But that's not all. There are 968 different weapons in the game. 968. That means a millipede can play with every single gun in the game and only use the same one 33 times. That's quick math. And they all look different, sound different, look different, shoot different bullets, and most especially, look different. And best of all, you can use these in any activity you want, albeit some better than others. You want to run story missions with friends? Run strikes. Strikes have different difficulties, where the harder ones give you more loot, ranging from my dog can play this while asleep to guardian down yourself in real life mode. PvE stuff sound kind of boring? That's fine. Follow the same path I did and waste thousands of hours in PvP. Every weekend the super sweaty mode comes around and you can get the chance at getting some really good weapons for every single game mode in the game. Whether it's this one or this one, no, maybe not that one, but definitely this one. None of this sound good to you so far? Go take a shower and get all that lighter fluid off you, because we're about to hop into the dumpster fire that is Gambit. It burns! Stop! Okay, maybe we won't talk about Gambit, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. That got a little heated. Anyway, seasoned guardians like me try to maintain a balance between all of them. But if we're being honest here, none of them really compare at all to the best activity in the game, or what I think is the best, and that's raids. Raids are 6-person activities that take an actual coordinated team to complete, unlike everything I just spoke about. They're difficult, they're long, they're rewarding, and especially they're just fun. They're maybe not always fun, like you get some punk ass kid I guess I'm one to talk there. Or maybe somebody else that like is a different punk ass kid this time with an anime profile picture that thinks he's Light Yagami. But most of the time you're gonna find a good team that is just there to have fun and G some L. Raids got even better a couple months ago when they added crossplay to the game. This means that people on Xbox can play with PS4 and PC and everywhere else in that triangle. I, for example, play on PC, and I can play raids all the time with my dad who's on Xbox whenever I want without waiting for this to load every time. It's like 10 minutes long. Some people, myself included, want to master raids by completing them on the first day they come out. And when you beat them on the first day they come out, you get a cool cosmetic, bragging points, and that's it. Day 1 raids are especially hard because you're under-leveled and there's a modifier decreasing your power level, which means that they are almost impossible to complete unless you have one of the best teams. Unfortunately, the last time I tried to complete one of these, I spent 19 hours in Deepstone Crypt, which is the newest raid in the game. Well, the newest new raid in the game. But the next raid comes out on my birthday, which, you know, I kind of want to get the day 1 clear on that one. But I digress. Other people want to show their mastery of a raid by completing a seal, which basically means complete every challenge related to it that the developers have set for us. And when you complete one of those, you get a title or a little purple text under your name in game. I absolutely love having a tangible reward in game that lets me shout to other players, I'm good at this activity and you are going to know it, or them at me. Which brings me to my next point, the community. The Destiny 2 community is definitely one of the weirdest I've ever been a part of, and that's coming from a guy who was part of the Undertale and Five Nights at Freddy's communities when he was like 9. Bad idea, don't try it. It's really cool because there's so many activities in the game, but there's so many people playing it. Like one of the millions of people that is online every day will always be ready to help you with any activity that you're doing in the game. For example, I met one of my best friends in the Destiny 2 community by making a post on the Xbox looking for group function that just had the tag, no swearing. It was just blank, except for no swearing. And so, my friend, he joined the thing, and we invited him to a party, and he said balls, and we've been friends ever since. The YouTube community especially is one that's really diverse and really highlights how anybody can play the game in any way that they want. For example, want to learn how to do all the raids in one day from one YouTuber? Dado's your guy. Want to learn which guns are best in PvP and why? Fallout, Gajerda, and Patty Cakes are your best friend. Want to do the exact same thing, but this time from a man with a sweet Louisiana voice? Astacross. Want to learn about the top 30 weapons to use in the absolute easiest activity in the game that you could complete with literally your fingernail and like a fork? Watch Rikekis. The opposite is true though. If you want to watch somebody do something that is incredibly hard and you would never even imagine attempting, you can either watch Esoteric or one of the infinite number of speedrunners that waste their life away in an attempt to beat one of their old times by 0.4 seconds. I think it's really cool that every sort of way to play this game has a YouTuber that comes with it. Also, side note, Reddit has some really cool stuff and really funny communities. Beep, boop, boop. But if I talk about Reddit on this channel, I will never live it down. Since you're already on YouTube, why not pull up the channel Promethean Archival Mind, because it logs one of the best parts of Destiny 2's experience. This, of course, is the music. And oh my God, the music in this game is so good. Never once has Bungie failed in any of their DLCs to make a song that's added to my permanent soundtrack. They got sad songs, they got uplifting songs, they got angry songs, kind of. They got even more uplifting songs. They got The Sanctified Mind. Oh my God, I want this song played at my funeral. I want it played at my wedding. I want it played at my kid's wedding. I want it played at my grandkid's wedding. It is that good. Music is a powerful tool that can help invoke emotions in humans. For example, when the song is Epic's Redux, you feel the emotion of pure godliness. Finally, another reason why, and I think the reason why I keep coming back to Destiny 2 after 5 years, is the world building. There's some things that are always true in life. Whether it's when you drop something, it's gonna fall. When you drink orange juice after brushing your teeth, you will die in 30 seconds. And finally, when Bungie decides to make a world, everything is going to intertwine perfectly, and you will be enveloped in the story if you choose to read it. Take, for example, Savathun, or, the namesake of the Witch Queen. She was first hinted at in 2014. I was 9. 2014. And now, it's 2022. 8 years later, we come back, and she's the main villain in a DLC that has had so much time to build her up. And every year, we get a little tiny piece of lore about her, until finally, it's all leading up to the final battle between us and her in less than a month from today. And oh my god, I'm excited because the new trailer just came out and there's a gun that shoots worms, and I think it's probably from the campaign, and I want to shoot worms, and please let me shoot worms, Bungie. Anyway, not once in any major DLC has there been a throwaway villain. They've always been a major part of the lore somehow that will, you know, take over the tower or make it always nighttime. Like, I don't really know why we cared so much about it being nighttime. Or, you know, threaten to destroy the world because you're an icy Viking pirate from a different planet that used to have the superpowers that we have, and now we have it, and you're jealous, and so you turn to the Doritos, and it's confusing. I know you're confused, and you probably have a lot of questions. You know, why does this all matter? Why should I listen to this 16-year-old SOB? That was a joke. I love you, Mom and Dad. I promise. That's just what they're thinking. Why is the McDonald's ice cream machine always broken? And I'm sorry, but I can only answer the first one. Do you want to know why this actually matters? Why it matters that I love Destiny 2? Why anything does that I'm talking about in this video? It doesn't. It's a video game. I'm standing in my room and, like, talking to you about a video game that I've been playing for 5 years straight and trying to convince myself that it was worth it. But honestly, I think Destiny 2 has changed me for the better. I have better friends. I have better memories. I've kind of grown up, honestly. Because, I mean, I was 12 when I first started playing. That is nuts. And also, I have a newfound love for video games from a studio that I know I can trust. Except it was revealed that PlayStation bought you the morning, like 10 minutes before recording this. So don't fuck it up, Bungie. You go. I love you, Destiny 2. Thank you. Peace.